Please welcome Lilah Chen, who will deliver their speech, What I Know About MA.
Hello, my name is Lilah Segre Chen. Freshman year, I encountered a sign hung in the window of a classroom that read, M.A. You Know. Wide-eyed and barely 13, I remember asking, to no one in particular, M.A. You know what? I didn't get a response. And if I'm being honest, I'm still not sure what M.A. You know is supposed to mean. For most of my life, it's been okay, expected not to know. I've been a child and a student, and my place in the world has been to ask questions and learn. Working as a babysitter and camp counselor, I have often experienced interactions with little kids when I ask them if they know what a big word or concept means, for example, baccalaureate, and they have an automatic habit of pretending they do. I'll say, the word that got me disqualified in the 5th grade spelling bee was baccalaureate. Do you know what that means? And Miles will respond, yep, and I know how to spell it too. In short, these kids don't want our explanation. What they want is to reassure us that they know everything. They're all grown up, and they've got it all figured out. So I've been feeling solidarity with those kids recently, because maybe I've also been pretending a little bit that I have everything figured out. With graduation on the horizon, I felt myself leaning into my own imminent adulthood. I make myself dinner. I've kept a part-time job. I'm planning the decor for the dorm where I'll be living, parent-free, next year. I've been entrusted to make big kid decisions, and it's been thrilling. But this soon-to-be transformation is as bizarre and irreversible as plastic surgery. Once high school me is gone, she's gone for good. I've realized that I can't bring my treasured book collection with me next year, and I sobbed over the prospect of donating my copy of A Wrinkle in Time. I was donating a book that shaped my childhood, and I could barely remember the story that resonated so deeply with my younger self. I'm sad that the me of childhood, who reads all the time and believes in teleportation, is going to be replaced. And since I'm choosing who will replace her, how do I know if my choices are right? Will my diploma suddenly grant me a complete understanding of how to become an adult that little me would be proud of? For 4 years, we've all been developing our own answers to MA, you know. For example, I know exactly how to ring up a bag of Doritos on the register at the Leadership Student Store. I know why the E-Wing smells like formaldehyde in late March, and I know exactly where to stash my dance team uniform after football halftime shows. I know where I stand within this school. What I don't know is where I stand in the world as a whole. A teacher once told me, contrary to popular belief, there is such thing as a stupid question. Here, I ad-lib, but you should ask it anyway. Look, it was silly of me not to fully ask what MA you know means. I had to write a whole speech 4 years later, only to discover we supposedly took the slogan from Menlo. But I did ask eventually, and that's how I know I'm growing up, knowing that I didn't know and that I needed an explanation. So, class of 2025, as we step forward into the unknown, maybe the best lesson we can take with us is the willingness to keep asking, to admit when we don't know, to seek the answers, and to trust that figuring life out as we go is part of the process. We've spent 4 years building our own distinct definitions of MA you know. Today, as we leave, we're stepping into a much bigger question. What comes next? Whatever the answer, I hope we stay curious. I hope we hold on to the parts of ourselves that once believed in teleportation, that chanted "Go Bears" at the top of our lungs. I hope we remember that growth isn't about already having all the answers. It's about continuing to ask. And years from now, when we look back, I hope we're proud of the people we've become. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's go find out what's next. But for now, say it with me, M.A. You know! M.A. You know! Thank you. Thank you. Now, please welcome our principal, Mr. Carl Loosecoat.